Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jonathan. Today I'm going to be showing you how to basically find, as well test, and then go ahead and validate whether the product that you would want to sell for your online business is something that is worthwhile, something that's feasible, something that you would want to put money into upfront, right? Because a lot of the times people generally have really great ideas of what type of products that they want to sell. Maybe they have something that they want to private label immediately, but there's a lot of upfront costs that people don't understand, that they can't figure out why they can't sell the product. And this is usually because the internet and the market is just unbiased, right? They don't like your product in the first place. There's no demand for it. So I'm just going to show you how to basically find out whether your product has demand in the market, and to be able to effectively market it in a way such that you're able to sell different variations of a product, possibly such that you also be able to generate traffic from that. All right, so right now I'm just gonna show you how to find products in the first place, and just kind of get some ideas of what you kind of want to do, what are products you may want to sell if you are starting your online business. All right, so there's the biggest site in the world, the biggest marketplace in the US, which is basically Amazon. And Amazon has everything. So just besides just going on basically the homepage of Amazon, you can basically come on over here and just search Amazon the bestsellers in Google, and you can just scroll and go through the multiple categories that they have, and you just collect some ideas. So after you collect some ideas, for example, you just want to bring up your notepad, and I guess this is the manual label part, but like just bring out your notepad and just put down some ideas. So for example, if I had let's see, okay, maybe here, ballet shoes. I'm just gonna put in ballet shoes. All right, so like just have go down the list of products and go through the multiple categories and find out possibly of the things that you want to sell. All right, so will be bestsellers. The other two things would be movers and shakers and most wished for. So movers and shakers would tell you the trends, right, of the products that are popular in the past 24 hours. So these are things that already are going to become popular or already selling units, moving units fast in the past 24 hours. So this will give you a trend and basically the indication of what other things are moving. Most wished for, it's very powerful as well, because it already tells you that people have intent to buy, but they have not bought it for reasons such as maybe they have not enough money at this moment, or they are saving it for another time. So most wished for is important because you already know customer has intent to buy these things. It's just that they have not made the purchase, and you can potentially do something to incentivize them to buy it in the future. All right. So the next site that would be AliExpress. A lot of people know what AliExpress is, and basically you can source from them, because they the Chinese suppliers and manufacturers basically put their products up here, and they're all in English. It's very friendly to use and search for products. All right, the third one would be Taobao, and Taobao would be a marketplace that is local to China. So this is very organic, local Chinese products that are B2B. So already customers in China are already buying from their local suppliers through Taobao, and is basically the biggest marketplace in the world right now. So if you don't understand Chinese, it's fine. You can basically translate this entire page, and you can search for products that potentially may be moving. So for example, if this is clothing right here, and I'll select this is cloth, a cloth coat. Right, so I'll just go into the category, and it will give me the option to translate this entire page. After translating, you can clearly see and get all these basically English keywords, and you just can put them down in your text edit file or your note file as well. So for example, high neck sweater, Korean may not be as applicable. I'm just gonna put in high neck sweater, Korean. Okay, so you just keep gathering ideas of what type of products you want to sell. And for example, if you're already set on the niche that you want to sell in, then it's an even easier process, because a lot of the products are generally related to one another. So after you've got your list of products, right, after you've already got probably 10, 20 things that you may potentially want to sell, what you want to do is to basically test these keywords and these products to the market, to see whether there's demand or not. And the reason and the way that you're going to do that is to come into Google Trends. All right, Google Trends is basically a data analysis tool where Google basically searches and indexes all the data that they already have in their search engines and basically see what type of data users are searching for over time. So this gives you an indication of what type of products that may potentially be trending, that may potentially be things that people are searching for, and such that there's demand for your product. All right, so for example, I'm gonna put in ballet shoes here. Ballet shoes, and generally you can go worldwide, but I'm just gonna put in United States. So as you can see here, there's a general trend, and there's an uptrend right now of the type of products of ballet shoes in the market right now. But this tells me that this is just an evergreen product. Ballet shoes is an evergreen product. It's quite a stable source of income as people are generally searching for it overall, and it gives me an indication, yeah, this is a possible product that I want to go into. All right. So another thing would be seasonal products, right? So if ballet shoes is an evergreen product, then something like because now it's going to be December soon, so in the winter something like high neck sweaters would be more seasonal and more popular in the future. So this is something that you need to check as well, because for example, if you're starting an online store in January, or if you're listing products in January, right, you don't want to be listing high neck sweaters because they're just not in trend. And this is something you don't even need to use the Google Trends to find out. But so I'm just going to put in Google high neck sweater right here. High neck sweater. Okay, I'm just going to cancel out ballet shoes. Okay, so high neck sweater, as you can see, is a seasonal product. And the way I see it is that, so every time Q3 and Q4 comes around, the trend is basically towards the end of the year. So there's more search volume in Google for high neck sweaters at the end of the year, and this basically tells me this is a seasonal product, and it is something that, for example, if I was starting out in June, I would definitely start selling this, right? I'll start manufacturing copies. I'll start manufacturing quantities of this high neck sweater to get ready in anticipation for this upward trend, right? So during the summer, I'm definitely not interested in listing this product at all. All right, so besides Google Trends, what you can use is Google Correlate. So people don't talk about Google Correlate a lot because it's potentially difficult to analyze the data, but it is just a backup validation of the data from your product, right? So for example, I had high neck sweater. I'll just key that in. All right, and so basically the graph tells me, so using high neck sweater and comparing it to Chelsea boots, what is the correlation between these two terms, and how much is the search volume varying between these two terms over time, right? So the higher the correlation, of course, the trends themselves are quite, they're very together. They're very aligned with one another. So as the searches for high neck sweaters goes up, there are more searches for Chelsea boots as well. And so using these keywords, right, this type of keyword research, you can basically export all of these keywords into a CSV file, or you can press show more. Then you could potentially have more ideas of what you want to sell, right? So for example, if I wanted to compare high neck sweater and hoodie men's, right? Let me just select hoodie men's. Right, so I'm just seeing the correlation between one another. I can see they're quite consistent with one another. So I understand that if I want to go into the market of selling high neck sweaters, I could do hoodie men's as well. I could sell it as an upsell. I could sell it as a separate product, and it could still fit in my store and still be profitable and still something that my customers would want to buy at the same period of time, right? So this is how you use basically Google Correlate. So I'm just going to put in hoodie men's into my new list of products. So hoodie men's. All right, so the next one would be still in Google Correlate, you compare US states. So all right, there's no high neck sweater, so I'm just gonna put something like, okay, garden glove. All right, so comparing US states is very interesting because they basically give you a visual representation of what type of states are more inclined to basically buy your product. So it's very, very effective because you can pinpoint essentially which states they're going to buy. And for example, if you're running Facebook ads, for example, you have location targeting. So you can basically put in the states that are generally more accustomed to having these searches on Google. So Nebraska, let's see, Washington, California is one of them, Wisconsin. All right, let me just put in sweater. Let's see what comes up. All right, so in sweater, more in the East Coast, not so much California, but generally the West Coast here and the East Coast. So very, very cold regions. And this is basically the data that validates my assumptions, right? So if I was assuming that California may be a good place because a lot of people want to have new sweaters, right? Google Correlate, using this comparing US states tool, is something that will really validate my assumption and make me understand and make me aware of the situation instead of assuming things. All right. So the reason why only US states is an option here in Google Correlate is because there's a lot of data in the US and not necessarily in other countries at the moment, right? So this is how you basically use Google Correlate to validate your data. The next tool that you can use, and basically all of these are free, by the way, is the Google Ads Keyword Planner. So you have already decided, yes, I want to start selling ballet shoes, for example, right? So I want to get new terms that I could potentially use in my Google PPC for selling ballet shoes, right? So I don't want people to only search for ballet shoes and be able to find my product, right? What other things can I use to target using keyword targeting, such that if they're searching these other terms, they also be able to find my product of ballet shoes. So let me just press get started. All right, and in the keyword planner, I have in here ballet shoes, dance shoes, jazz shoes, tap shoes, ballet slippers. So number one, you can see the average monthly searches that these keywords are going for, as well as you're getting some new ideas of, if you're already in a niche, of what other products that you could sell in addition to these ballet shoes. So I could diversify my product line to jazz shoes, ballet slippers, and basically your niche store would still will still be valid, right? People will look at ballet shoes and, oh, they're selling tap shoes as well. So there's an increase in your market segmentation. There are more customers that you could potentially sell to. All right, so this is basically Google Keyword Planner. The next one would be, you're still in the Google Ads. So after you've collected all of these keywords, right? Basically ballet shoes, dance shoes, tap shoes, jazz shoes. What you can do when you're going using PPC, because it has search intent, you come into your campaigns folder. Okay, after in your campaigns, you basically go into your ad. You press new campaign over here. Okay, I'm just gonna select sales, search network, website visits. All right, so this is irrelevant at the moment. This is not one to show you. Just can put in a random budget, save and continue. All right, so basically all of these words, you just put it in your keyword targeting. So for example, just now, ballet shoes, tap shoes, jazz shoes. What else was there? Ballet slippers, point shoes. So as you can see here, you just basically target all of these keywords that you have used, and you basically put them into your PPC keyword targeting. All right, this could be the same. For example, when you're using Facebook targeting as well, you could potentially use these words, these keywords, such that you're able to really segment and target to the correct audience that you're advertising to. All right, the last method of keyword research after you found your products, right, is basically Google. Google itself is basically the source of all this data. So you know that the data that's coming from them is valid, that is correct. Okay, it's not any guessing game anymore. So number one would be, of course, you just search garden gloves. For example, if the product was garden gloves, then you have all of these things that you could potentially have, right? So for example, if you were selling a garden glove and even it was puncture resistant garden glove, right? The way you market it, you can use this puncture resistance feature, right? Second skin, I'm not sure what that is, but you also could potentially use that as a marketing angle that you can market to, right? So at the end of here, usually there are searches that are related to garden glove, and these are the top searches as well. So you can use these things that would basically give you ideas on how to market your product, as well as to find new products, right? So just now I searched ballet shoes. Okay, let's see what comes up. Ballet shoes point. It was just now in the Google keyword planner. Drawing. Ballet shoes book. Right? Ballet shoes name. Okay, so basically all of this keyword stuff, right? All of your keyword research, you have to put them down into a text edit document, right? So you know from start to end what type of keywords you have, what type of keywords you're looking for, and what type of keywords you can sell to. Okay, so this is, I guess it's manual labor, but it's important because you don't want to be spending money on advertising and going into the market blind. You want to basically find your product first, right? Using Amazon, using AliExpress, using Taobao, or literally any other methods to find a potential product that you want to sell to. After you have done that, use the data that is given, that is free, that Google already gives you to validate your product, so that you don't go into a product selling it without actually understanding whether it sells or not. You're not in the guessing game. You're using data to validate your assumptions, right? So that's very, very important. Okay, so what you want to do here is Google Trends. You want to use Google Correlate. You want to use the Google Ads Keyword Planner, right? So these are all free tools, by the way, that you can use. It's just that people don't talk about it. And it's very, very important and very, very underrated. All right. So after using Keyword Planner, as well as Google search terms, all the way at the bottom here, then you go into your ads platform manager, your advertising platform manager, Google Ads, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, etc., etc. And then you put in all of these keywords that you have summed up all into your text edit file, all of the hard work that you have put in, and you basically get the results that you want. All right, so I hope that this has been clear, and I hope that you've gained some value from this tutorial, because not many people talk about it, of how using data to validate your product. All right, I'd like to thank you for your time, and I'd like to thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.